The stars, the set piece, and the debris.
And it's taken! Oh, it's a wonderful set piece!
Giving you the very best from the Nigerian Professional Football League.
A result, not a scoreline.
This is the NPFL TORI Podcast.
We are live.
It's been 6 weeks, over 6 weeks that Rivers United were crowned champions of the NPFL. And since then, we've had no action on the pitch, but off it, it's been a lot of actions with clubs, players moving from left, right, and center, both within and outside of the country. Yes, we are at REMO STARS Stadium, and that's where we are having this episode of the NPFL TORI Podcast. My name is Chris, and I've got Sammy with me here. Sammy, it's good to have you. You're always present on the podcast.
Well, it's good to be here. This is the first episode, and I'm really honored to be the analyst here alongside you. The players moving in the NPFL, it's really big news all around the country, especially those who are moving out of the country. And I really look forward to breaking down everything to our viewers here today.
Well, it's our first YouTube channel video, so thank you so much for taking time to listen, to watch at the channel. You can always, of course, like, share, and subscribe on our channel. So, Sammy, it's a lot of movement within the NPFL, a lot of players moving from left, right, centers, and one of the clubs that are having the most busiest of transfer window will be KWARA United. They finished fourth on the NPFL table, but now they'll be playing in the CAF Confederation Cup, and they've signed about 16 players with a new coach, new set of players. This is definitely a big season for KWARA United.
Well, it's a big season. They have not just signed players, they've also brought in a new manager, and that's Coach Aziz. And he looks like a coach that knows his onions, and it looks like when he gets into his elements, he knows exactly what he wants to achieve. Watching him on the sideline with KWARA United at the Value Jet Pre-Season Cup, I saw the way he communicated with the players. He brought in a lot of players. Paul Sampson from Abia Warriors, Ahmed Jimo, Wasiu, Alalade, and a couple of others who we have also seen get into the thick of action today, in the tournament rather. I feel like he knows what he wants to do. I just hope that communication barrier will not be too much of a problem for him. Hausa speaking manager coming to a predominantly Yoruba side, I feel it shouldn't be a problem, but let's see how it goes for him.
For KWARA United, they've signed a lot of players, like you mentioned. Paul Sampson and Yakub Ahmed from Abia Warriors. They've got Adewale Adeyinka from AKWA United, Mustafa Salisu from Katsina United, Taufik Ahmed from Katsina United as well, Ibrahim Mohammed from Abubakar, Salam from Atiku Abubakar from ABS. In the NNL, they've got Wasiu Jimo from PLATEAU United. They've got Alalade Wasiu from 3SC, Adamu Salisu from Victories, Salisu Dagboru from Victories as well, Anthony Omaka from ENYIMBA, Tamara Ezekiel from Kano Pillars, Ahmed Jimo from Gombe United, and Barnabas Daniel from Gombe United. This are a whole lot of players, and not just movement inside the club. We've also had movements outside the club, and the biggest of them all would be Alao Dambani moving from KWARA United to Victoria Pleasing, from the Nigerian Professional Football League to the UEFA Champions League.
It's a big move for Dambani. I've really been a fan of him. He's a very, very calm player on the pitch of play. You look at him and you feel like he's not someone who can hot to fly, but when he gets on that pitch of play, especially when I remember the goal against MFM where I ran commentary in that game, it was an absolutely beautiful goal. And I just feel like it's a big upgrade for him. He didn't even have to play in the CAF Champions League. He went straight from the Nigerian Professional Football League, and now he's going to play with the champions of Czech in the UEFA Champions League. That's a big move, and I hope that it comes really good for him.
Well, I hope so too, because he's got 7 goals for KWARA United last season in the NPFL. Hopefully, he travelled with his goal scoring board to get more goals for the champions of the Czech Republic, and also get more goals, or get themselves goals in the UEFA Champions League. Outside KWARA United, we also have Junior Lukosa moving from KWARA United to South Africa with Super Sports United. That's another great move for Junior Lukosa. Junior Lukosa has been travelling everywhere, came back to the NPFL. Now he's out of the country one more time.
Well, he's a traveller. I mean, he's going to Simba in Tanzania. He's going to Esperance as well. And now he's in South Africa with Super Sports United. And it's good for him. He's a journeyman. He doesn't like to stay in one place, especially he doesn't like to stay too long in the NPFL since his first move. So he's a big striker, and we saw his impact when he came with KWARA United. And that game I said where Alao Dambani scored, Junior Lukosa also scored a goal against MFM in that game. So he's a very big striker, and I hope that he also can establish himself in South Africa and be one of the top scorers in the league.
So we'll be hoping Julio Costa scores goals for his new club in South Africa. Meanwhile, the other players that moved out of the country, Sammy, a whole lot of them. Tosin Amoyele moving from, he's a free agent, left Katsina United already. He was on loan for 6 months, but now he's moved out of the country to Algeria, to the Algeria League 2 with USM Kechala. We also have Austin Oladapo moving to TP Manzabe. I also have Victor Mbama moving to MC Oja. Victor Mbama was actually the first player to actually move out of the country in the summer before even the season finished.
Ended. Yeah, it was.
And he scored about how many goals? 16 goals, no penalties for ENYIMBA.
It was in the running for the top scorer in the league.
Yeah, before he left.
Before he left, alongside Chijoke and what's the other striker now. So I mean, it's a good move for him. Although we wanted him to end the season here first, but I think it's a good move for him. These players you're calling are big shots in the league. They've made their mark in the league, and you feel like this is that right step in the right direction for them. I just hope it works out very well for them. That's what I just hope for.
Well, the other players also moved out. Nelson Eso, the champion of the NPFL, won the trophy, moved to Tanzania to probably win another trophy with Simba SC. We have Ibrahim Buhari, who's supposed reportedly moving to Europe, but no club has really unveiled him as their player yet. We also have Sikri Olatuboso, who played for Rivers United for a couple of weeks or months, moving to Turkey as well. Andrew Kefe from PLATEAU United to Shabab Sahel in Lebanon. We also have Oyedele Lekon from REMO STARS to Porto B. That's a big deal for me because Porto B, you definitely get more deals, more clubs coming for you when they see what you can do. The left back also won the under-20s with these Flying Eagles.
Well, it's a very big move for him. He's a very young lad at the moment. He's very, very young, and I feel like it's a big chance for him to establish himself. They've seen him here. They've also seen him in terms of international tournament when they traveled out of the country. And I feel like they know what he's capable of doing. It's just about these players proving themselves, taking this opportunity that has come for them. It doesn't come quite often, I know. So you need to really grab it with both hands. And I feel like if he can establish himself there, just go on and do what you'll be doing and maybe just take your performance a little bit higher to reach the standard that he is in Europe, because our league here is more physical. So you've passed the physical test. So let's go to the tactical part of the game. I just hope he can really keep his cool, establish himself. It's going to be a big move for him in the future again.
Well, he's still very young. Definitely, you should be able to keep up with all of the things coming up for Europe. But let's talk about REMO STARS now. They've got some key players coming into their squad. They've got a new manager as well after letting Okuboto leave the club. They've got the man that promoted them from the NNL, talking about Daniel Okumodede. But they've also signed some key players. Edidion Ezekiel from Takada. They've got Bashiru Mansur from KWARA United. They've got who else now? Anyemeke Okon from the FC1 Rockets in the NNL. They've got Seth Mai from AKWA United. They've got Vincent Edafe from Abia Warriors. These are players that definitely are adding more qualities to REMO STARS. Don't forget, they're also going to the continent to play in the CAF Confederation Cup.
It's big for Coach Dan for REMO STARS. He's gone into the transfer as well to see a couple of players that he feels will make his team even better. Because right now, going to play on the continent, one of the things you need is not just quality. You need quality and squad depth. It's very important because you're going to be juggling, playing in the CAF Confederation Cup and also playing in the Nigerian Professional Football League. So it's really big for him. Not forgetting, they're also one of the things I'll be playing in the FA.
In the ITO Cup.
Yeah, in the ITO Cup. So you need a lot of players at the moment. And looking at the players he's brought into his Arsenal, one of them really established himself already, the Valley Jet tournament. I think after the group stage, Adams was was the top scorer in the group stage, 3 goals in 4 games, having a good time at the moment. And the coach still says he's not there yet. I mean, all the post-match he kept saying he's not there yet, but he feels like the team is getting ready to get to the level he wants them to be. So it's good for him. It's good to be proactive at the moment in the transfer windows. And let's see how far it's going to help the team to push forward in the regular season.
Well, speaking of the Valley Jet Cup, it's a preseason tournament played in Nigeria, for precisely the REMO STARS Stadium, where we have 4 of the teams going on the continent: Rivers United, PLATEAU United, REMO STARS, and KWARA United participating as well. So it's an opportunity for them to actually test themselves ahead of the waters coming ahead.